Hi everyone, Kiki Halbert here today with a video for Scrapbooking from the Heart, a new YouTube hop with some very talented ladies. Thanks for joining us today. Today I'm going to be working with a Serenity collection from Close to My Heart, and I'm going to be scrapbooking a photo using what our theme is this month, which is Optimism. The idea behind our hop is to scrapbook from the heart. In other words, make your journaling meaningful, make the photo meaningful. And with this month being January, I figured optimism was going to be a nice theme to work with, especially after 2020. So this particular photo that I have of my husband and I, we were at a family dinner, and it's the last family dinner that my entire side of the family has had. And so I'm optimistic that the next time we have a big family dinner, that we will have it with my husband's family, and that it will be in the same restaurant, I'm hoping. So it was a lot of fun, but it's a great memory, and it's keeps me looking forward to more family visits. So here I'm taking the Bluebell cardstock, and our cardstock from Close to My Heart is actually double-sided. So this is the color of the month. It's called Bluebell, and there's a slightly lighter side of it, and then there's the true color of it. So I decided to back it with the lighter side, and I've used some of the life cards, Scrap My Life cards, and these are extras that you can get with Close to My Heart. And I knew that this floral one is just gorgeous. They're like 6x4 and 3x4 in size. You get a package of them, and they're double-sided. And I wanted to make sure that I used this pretty floral one, but I didn't want it all being used up, but I did want it sort of peeking out from behind the photo to just back it and break up some of the monotony of the blue on blue. So I kept a little piece to the side, and I'm just going to glue this down on an edge just to give it a little bit of a backing on one side. I really like sort of that uneven double backing. So that's what I'm going to do first, and get that down onto the page. And I really don't have a design in mind for this one. You'll see up in the left-hand corner, I've already attached those pennants. That was, they were cut out from, or I haven't attached them there. Now I'm attaching them. They were cut out from one of the 4x6 cards as well. So I thought those would be cute to just kind of cut up and put them in the corner, and that would decorate the corner there. And so as I'm working, I'm sort of starting to work on almost like a diagonal design. Because of the cards and things that I've chosen. I really like this paper because it's mixed media sort of feeling, but it's already done for you. And it's got the, it's got the linen color, the linen paper, and then the gold and so on. But I wanted to put on some more gold, like actual gold that has sparkle to it. And in the end, I end up covering up most of it, but I did want to sort of lend a little bit of sparkle that way. So I'm putting that photo, I'm going to put that photo down. I don't want all the sparkle to be covered, but that's where I'm going to put it. And then I'm actually going to pull some of the stickers from the sticker sheet. And they're fairly chunky size stickers. Like the one that I'm showing you right now is it's about 6 inches wide. It's quite substantial. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up the bottom, and I'm going to take an anti-static pouch and just dust the stickiness off it, because I want it to act more like a die cut so that I can sort of lift the edges of it and make it sort of leaves sort of pop up and add some more dimension. And now I'm adding a shimmer brush. So this is the matching color. This is called Bluebell as well. And it's the matching shimmer brush color. And then we also have one in Sapphire, which is the accompanying, the complementary navy blue that you see on the page there. So I'm just going to do, add a little bit of sparkle to those leaves just to set this apart, and just add a little bit of glitz to it. So right now I'm adding a little bit of the Sapphire just to give it a little bit more of darkening tones in areas on some of the branches, for example, just to set it off really pretty. And I really like the effect. I need to work more with my shimmer brushes and use them more often, but I really, really do love them. And for this page, I'm going to be using a lot of the Bluebell accessories. We've got like Bluebell gemstones and pearls, and so I'm trying to keep it all in the blues. Now this particular journaling card I really like. You'll see this is a 3x4, but if you flip it over, it's got one side is usually horizontal in design and the other side is vertical in design. So I decided I really like the vertical design here, and I really like the placement there because it's bringing sort of an accent to the bottom corner. And I do want to do substantial journaling on this. Not too much, but I do want to make sure that the journaling says something about the story. So I'm going to put that off in the corner. And then I love this wreath. So this is another one of the Scrap Your Life cards. And this one says wonderful memories. So I'm going to fussy cut it out with a little bit of a border so that it looks more like a die cut. And I have no idea where this is going to go on the page yet. But I do know that I want it there because I love the wreath. I love that it has all the leaves on it, the beautiful little berries in sort of that gold tone, that sort of gold toffee kind of color. And so I'm definitely going to be using that one way or the other. So I'm just fussy cutting around. I'm still getting used to fussy cutting. Quite honestly, I'm not a big fussy cutter, but I am learning how to actually move the paper and not the scissors, which is a good thing. So I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to actually place that. Now, the problem with having put the photo down with the foam tape is that sometimes, the foam tape is just a little harder to pull up if you need to. And I kind of thought I liked it over in that other right-hand corner, but then when I put it up here, it seems to sort of balance off the large white section of the journaling card on the bottom. So I'm going to put it up here on top of those pennants, and because I find it's giving it sort of like a diagonal effect. So your eye is sort of not doing so much of a triangular sort of look around the page, but it sort of takes your eye from like the corner of the pennants down to that wreath, and then through the photo, and then down the rest. So now I'm going to work on actually using some more of the stickers, but I don't want them being super sticky. I want them, I'm going to use that pad again, the anti-static pouch, to just powder the backs, because it has like almost like a baby fine powder, and that way I can sort of move them around as if they're die cuts while I'm trying to think of what I'm going to do with them, and that way I can move them around without them worrying about them sticking to the page and not being able to come up. So that's why you'll see me hitting the anti-static pouch. Now some of them are white flower, they're just gorgeous. Some have gold in them. This one here I just love with the big dark blue flower, but then it's got the little gold empty leaves there. So I just think that's really pretty. And in the end, I do end up sticking it there. I do have a few more items. I kind of play around with the placement of this sort of twig, but in the end, I decided it doesn't go there. And you'll see where I put it later as I start to build another cluster. So I'm playing around with the other three little florals that I have. I have the white flower, I have the large blue flower, and then I have this little white gold outline flower. So when I created that little cluster, I realized, oh, this little twig is going to be perfect there. I really like it there. So I've thrown it over that side just because I find it really brings out the placement. And then I'm going to just layer this little outlined flower more at the top to sort of create a cluster at the top corner there. So that's going to go down on the bottom for sure. I'm going to layer the white flower on top of the photo and I'm going to put some foam tape underneath to just keep it popped up on the other side. And that's what I'm going to work with. I wanted to mention too, make sure that you check the description box for this video, because I will be listing all of the layouts for the other talented ladies that are joining me in this YouTube hop for this year. And I want you to see what their take is on Optimism as well. I'm really looking forward to seeing them myself. And if you haven't been here before, and you're enjoying the video, learning a new technique or two, then please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, pushing the notification bell so that you'll know when my next videos are up. So these are going to be monthly videos, and each month there will be a new theme that we're going to be exploring from the heart, I guess you could say. So now what I'm doing is I'm just putting on some of the little bluebell pearls. And these are also from Close to My Heart. And I found a new technique today watching a video from them. And I've always pulled these off of the acetate sheet. I don't know if you're like me, but I've always sort of picked them off with my nail, or I've picked them off with some tweezers or something along those lines. And I saw somebody today who was doing a demonstration from Close to My Heart. And what she does is she puts the acetate sheet down, puts the gem where she thinks she wants it so that she can see it on the page. And then she pushes on the gem and slides the acetate sheet out. And voila, it sticks to the page exactly where you wanted it. The gumminess doesn't come off the gem. It doesn't go off, stay on the acetate. I'm like, oh, this is genius. So that's how I'm going to be using my gems from now on in the future. And you'll see me doing that here. See, and you just pull the sheet out. You don't even have to apply a lot of pressure. And voila, you've got them all over. You don't have to worry about gluing them. I love it. I love it. The best technique I learned today, and I hope you enjoy it too. So I'm just putting some gems around the page. I'm putting pearls. I've put on some acrylic hearts, but I didn't want them to be too heavy, so I chose some of the ones that are from Close to My Heart that are empty in the larger size, that are sort of the outlined acrylic hearts. And that way they add some dimension, but they're not too heavy. And I added just a little solid one over by the Wonderful Memories. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually using the shimmer brush pen, and I'm actually dripping out some of that shimmer brush. The reason I do this, this is sort of the neatest technique for me, because a lot of times when you just splatter from different sprays and things, you will get sort of just the colored shimmer. What I like about doing it with a shimmer brush is it gives like an outline of a darker shade, and then it's filled in with the shimmer itself. And I don't know if you can see that on camera or not, but I really like that kind of effect. It's kind of like it's already got shadow to it, so it adds a little bit of dimension as well. And now I'm going to do my journaling, which I rarely ever do on screen, and get that done. So as I said, this YouTube hop is really all about a theme. So we have a monthly, I guess, mood board, you could say, that you'll see in the videos. You saw it at the beginning of my video. And it helps to make us think about that particular theme, what it means to us. It could be the definition of the word, something that triggers you to write about. It could be an art journal page. In this particular case, this was a family dinner that we had a while back, but before COVID, and it got me thinking about optimism, of being able to have dinners out with family again in restaurants and enjoy each other's company. So that's what I found from that word. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Here's some close-ups for you that show you some of the texture and the shimmer. And again, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to follow the YouTube hop in the description box and check out the other ladies. And I will see you again here next month. Remember to subscribe if you enjoyed it. Have a good one.